NBA calendar dates to know as we get ready for a new year in 2024-25. We have watched a lot of basketball in the last 2 weeks over in Paris. The United States men's basketball team winning a 5th consecutive gold medal. We're feeling good about the hoops as we get ready for a new NBA season, but not really until October. We got the Christmas Day slate last week. Now we get opening night around the association from our guy at FanDuel TV, Shams Charania. Opening night of the 2024-25 NBA season on TNT. For the last time in this current media rights deal, the last season of NBA basketball, at least at this juncture on TNT, it is October 22nd, 2024. The opener on ring night inside TD Garden. The Celtics will host the New York Knicks. The Lakers will take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, the young emerging star, against his Team USA teammates, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That is opening night in the NBA to tip off the 2024-25 NBA campaign.
Yeah, the opening night's always fun in every sport, and the same thing probably goes down the NBA. We'll all enjoy that first game, watch it, and say, you know what, it's fantastic the NBA's back, and then we'll go to sleep during the second game because it'll probably be on at 10:30 at night. Ridiculous actual planning by the NBA. But it is what it is. Knicks Celtics will be great. I'll just wake up just like 90% of the country to find out who won that late game and look at the box score.
I would agree with you there. There was always a ton of excitement for the start of an NBA season. Then it dwindles a little bit. We have the NBA Cup. Once again, we'll have the handicap ready for you. Year number 2 of the in-season tournament. The Celtics, by the way, the odds are out. A 5.5-point favorite against the Knickerbockers. The over-under 221.5 in Beantown on opening night. Will Jaylen Brown be playing with a fury this season after being left off the United States Olympic team, and he watched his 3 other C's teammates, Jason Tatum barely, play for Team USA, Drew Holiday and Derek White, some significant contributors for the United States. The Lakers, a small underdog at home against Minnesota. Of course, the Timberwolves made it to the Western Conference Finals a season ago. Is it a new era out west where teams like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns pave way to the younger teams on the rise? OKC, Minnesota, Dallas, and of course, the Denver Nuggets. Other known NBA scheduled dates: October 23rd, the next night, the opener for both teams in Philadelphia, the 76ers and the Bucks. The Clippers will open up their new stadium, the Intuit Dome, with the wall of fans or whatever they're calling it for the Clips. They will take on the Suns in that opener. Exciting stuff in Los Angeles for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, night-to-night basis, and, we'll watch the NBA with a sort of one eye on it and say, you know what, I'm really focused on football during those early parts of October, November, and December. Then once we get into those winter months here in the Northeast, that's where it really starts to capture at this point. But it is exciting to see some of those matchups, and it's some fun ones here. Like the NBA, just like any other league, tries to put compelling matchups on early in the season. Doc Rivers coming back to Philadelphia with the 76ers and Paul George in that lineup. Giannis will be healthy. Those are great games. And the Suns, so talented, taking on the new-look Clippers, per se, in their new stadium. That's great stuff here. I don't see anybody that sees this and says, you know what, I'm not excited for the NBA to come back around, because I do think the NBA got a nice little boost over the summer just by taking a look at how the Olympics played out. And it's a perfect launch pad because we are in mid-August. So we're also ready for the NBA, and we're not too far away from the NBA season.
PG in his debut in Philadelphia. That moving the Sixers to the second shortest price to win the East. Boston, of course, a short favorite in both the conference and to win a second consecutive Larry O'Brien trophy. Other big days on the NBA calendar outside of the Christmas slate: the Mavs and the Warriors. Clay will make his return to San Francisco to take on the Dubs. A new era in Golden State for sure. Then the NBA Finals rematches that we have. The Celtics visit Dallas first. The Mavericks make a return trip about a week and a half later in early February to TD Garden. Donnie, make your plea right here for opening night in the NBA, or maybe some of the opening week, at least to feature in some daytime basketball.
Opening day in the NBA. Now, granted, we're still in the midst of football season, but what happens if the NBA was like, you know what? Friday afternoon is going to be our opening day. Game at 1 o'clock on the East Coast, that Celtics-Knicks game. Game at 4 o'clock on the West Coast. Unbelievable banner ratings out here. If you don't like money, that's okay. NBA players, I know you make a lot of it. Max contracts, $300+ million. I can bump it to $400 million within a matter of 2 to 3 seasons by selling ads, because ads will be running to the television saying, like, we got to get involved in this new Donnie Rightside scenario. Day basketball. Ads money, baby.
Handle ads on Sports Grid first. More after the break.